Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as you continue enjoying your food, drinks, and socializing, we're going to move on with the program. We are honored this evening to have some special people with us, and we'll be bringing them to the stage in just 1 minute. But before I go a little further, I'm getting a cue back here to talk louder. Okay, I'm speaking loud. Okay, great. Thank you very much. That was Benita that was cueing me to speak up. But anyway, I want to acknowledge a couple of people that helped us set up the hangar this evening and have a good relationship with as far as providing an opportunity for us to do the hangar party this evening. And that's none other than a very good friend of mine, Mr. Jim Meade, who's standing in that corner back there with Executive Beechcraft. Let's give him a big hand. Also coordinating the evening's event, someone that's very experienced in setting up and arranging parties, another very good friend of mine in the charter department with Executive Beechcraft, none other than Miss Mary Saputo. She's right over here by the display. Hello, Mary. Okay, now, you notice on those little yellow tickets that you had a name of Captain Winston Scott, and you will be hearing from him this evening. But before we get to Winston, we want to bring to you one of St. Louis's very own. And that is none other than the renowned test pilot for Boeing aircraft. That is Representative Jackson, who flies the Harrier jet. And the next voice you will hear will be that of Jack Jackson, and he'll be bringing up our special guest speaker of the evening for some remarks.
Well, thank you for those kind words. Yes, I do fly the Harrier, the jump jet. Did the air show out here last week, or a week before last, and I felt sorry for those of you. It was raining. I closed the canopy and did a low show. Stayed out of the clouds. Tonight, I would just like to say it has been my pleasure to introduce one of America's heroes. Truly a great American. But I got to tell you a little bit about, we both wear what they call Navy wings of gold. And I'm going to share a story with you real quick, and then I'll have the captain come up, and I want to tell you, did you ever see the movie Top Gun? Did you ever see that movie? Yeah, it was you remember those carrier landings? I think the good captain has over 200. I got 100 in a Harrier, and we just did this till I got them. But I remember I'm going to share with you my very first carrier landing, because it was somewhat of a religious experience. When you go to the ship, you don't take an instructor. And the reason I'm going to tell you about my shipboard experience, because I'm sure the good captain will tell you about the space travels. You don't have an instructor, and you go by yourself. And that's what somebody down here went, oh, that's exactly what I thought. And so you make your first pass at this and at the ship, and you fly it down. And if you do good on the first couple tries, the ship, the landing signal officer says, drop the hook. As a student, ready to be a naval aviator, to get those, that's what you've been waiting to hear. And it sets right over here in the cockpit. You reach over and you put that hook down. Now, when you fly these jets, as you come down, when you land and you catch that wire, you go full power. Because if the cable breaks or the hook breaks, you're at idle power, the engine takes a long spool up, you trundle off the end of the deck, and that'll ruin your whole day. Yeah, the rest of your life. There's a man who's been there. That man knows. So I landed, I made that trip. I was at full power, and I was aboard the USS Roosevelt. Wow. And there was a guy right about down here, right out where these ladies are sitting right here, and he's giving me one of these. And I waved back. And he's giving me one of these. And I waved back again. And then came my religious experience, which later turned out to be the captain of the ship. And he simply said these immortal words to me. Pull the power back, son. You're not going to drag my ship anywhere. I was just sitting there motoring this thing. It is a privilege tonight to introduce a man who served his country, not only in the defense of the freedom of this nation, but in pioneering space. I would like to say that it is a privilege to have a man, and you've read his biography, you can read it right here. I'm not going to send you that again, but pioneered space, defended our nation, came aboard that carrier, what, 200 times or more? At night, in weather like this, you know, everybody says, oh, fighter pilots and test pilots and whatever. You know, your voice goes up real high when you can't find that boat at night and you're out of gas. I would like to introduce the good Captain Winston Scott, one of the nation's heroes and national treasures. Now, he's a captain in the United States Navy. I'm a colonel in the United States Marine Corps Reserve. Now, he is going to stand up here and say that the Marines are part of the Department of the Navy. Before you get the mic, I'm simple, you know, first, you know, I'm 10 media after I give this to you. Yes, the Marines are the Department of the Navy, but we're the men's department.